well, welcome to yoga. Good to see you all. Welcome back. And so I just said what went on, so I'm not going to repeat it. So we're just going to start. I'm going to take a deep breath. Okay, we're going to start seated or lying down to center. So we'll just kind of review. I have to remember how we do this. So whichever way you want. The beginning is just bringing your awareness inside. And so be comfortable and close your eyes. It helps to focus inside and just check in. See where you are at the start of practice. We haven't been together for a long time, and some of you have kept up your practice. Yay for you. And some haven't. So just start by checking in with your physical body. So one thing about yoga is, as you know, to listen to your body as the first teacher. So see where you are physically today. Just scan your body, focusing on, in whatever way you want, on all your joints and the spaces in between. Just lightly bringing your awareness to each place. Noticing any sensation, noticing any parts that are maybe tight, tense, a little painful, or where everything feels pretty good. So just take a minute or so to scan and see where your body is today, your physical body. And as you do that, just please don't judge or say you have a bad arm or a bad leg or whatever. It's just what it is. And have compassion for that part. Treat it gently. And when you get to bring your awareness to especially your shoulders, can carry tension there. Just consciously relax your shoulders down from your ears or down into the mat if you're lying down. And then just relax from the top of your scalp, just as though it's melting down. Relax around your eyes, like they're heavy. Let your cheeks be relaxed, your jaw relax. So let your teeth come apart lightly. Face, jaw, neck, relax. Those are places that can hold tension. Now also just take some time to notice your energy level, any emotions that you might have come in with. Just notice. And now notice your mind. Is your mind real busy? Are you thinking about something from the past or something that's going to happen after practice? Thinking about your to-do list? Just notice the state of your mind. And yoga is a time, the practice, to let go of those things and focus just on your body, on your movement, on your breath. And the pranayama today is going to be 3-part breath. So whether you're lying down or seated, just relax your belly. Make sure your belly's nice and soft. And we're going to inhale in 3 parts. So just a gentle inhale. So you're letting the breath come in softly, gently. So the first part, inhale, feel your belly rise, then pause. And then inhale again. Let your rib cage expand just gently. And then the third inhale, bring the breath all the way up as though you're filling your head. Pause, and then exhale slowly, gently, evenly, all the way out. So that's a 3-part breath. We're going to do several more of those, and you do it in your own way. You might also think of inhaling and letting the breath blow you up like a balloon. So all the way, all your body, all the way up to the top of your head. So just slow, filling the belly, filling your rib cage, all the way up to the crown of your head. And then exhale, slow out. So I won't talk anymore, just take about 3 or 4 more of these breaths. Keep your jaw relaxed, your face relaxed, don't effort. I did this breath a lot this summer, and I like to call it the lovely breath because it's just so, I don't know, to me it's just lovely when the breath hits the top of your head. It's a little feeling, and then exhale all out, let it all go. Okay, one more. And when you come to the end of your exhale, take a moment to create an intention for your practice. So something that you'd like to take away today, maybe think about why you came to yoga. And just repeat that positive intention. Then store it away to revisit during practice. And we're going to start on our backs. So come on over onto your back. Legs long, arms by your side, palms facing down. And start by activating your legs. So bring your toes back toward your shins. So flex your feet. Spread your fingers. Activate your arms. And on a slow, deep, even inhale, bring your arms up, back, and overhead. And then exhale, stay right here. Just let go of the stretching. And we're going to do 3 more full body stretches, just arms and legs stay where they are. So inhale, lengthen out through the soles of your feet and back through your fingers. Fingers are spread. Exhale, just relax back. 2 more times. Inhale, stretch out 2 directions. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. And now this time, as you inhale, lengthen through your right foot and right fingers. So right side only. Stretch it. Exhale, relax. And now the left side. Inhale, stretch through the left foot, left fingers. Exhale, relax. This time diagonal, so we're going to lengthen out through the left foot and right fingers. And release. And now the right foot, left fingers, stretch away. And exhale, relax. Now we're going to bring, inhale, stretch your full body again. And on an exhale, bring your right knee in toward your chest. Take a hold around your shin. And then inhale, lengthen out the right leg and both arms. Exhale, draw your left knee into your chest. Squeeze it in. Exhale. And then inhale again. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, right knee in. If you want to lift your nose up to your knee, that's an option. Inhale, lengthen everything out. Exhale, left knee into your chest. Option to lift up. Okay, one more time, just like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left knee in. And now, lengthen out everything, full body stretch, and this time bring both knees into your chest. Squeeze them in. Again, you can lift up if you want, and maybe rock around, rock on your sacrum. And then bring both feet to the mat. Spread your fingers, bring your fingertips up toward the ceiling, and then take your feet up toward the ceiling. Feet are flat, like you're pushing up the soles of your feet, and your fingertips are reaching up. And then begin to circle your ankles and wrists. We're just going to bring some juice into our ankles and wrists. And then reverse directions. Just circling. And then bring your fingers toward flex your fingers backwards, your toes the same way, and then the other way. So just flexing, flapping your fingers and feet. And then windshield wipes, so both to the right, both to the left. And then bring your arms down, bring your feet to the mat, knees bent. So feet are about hip width apart. Now take your arms out to the side, palms face up, and we'll do some windshield wipes with open our hips a little bit. So inhale in the center, exhale, let both knees go over to the right. Don't force them down, just let them go where they go. Inhale back to center, and as you exhale, bring your navel toward the mat, and then let your knees come over to the left. So just a few rounds of that, inhaling to center, exhale, navel in, knees to the side. Don't force them down. If you want to turn your gaze away from the direction of your knees or in the direction of your knees, that's an option, or you can just keep your gaze straight up. Just moving slowly with the breath. Nice, slow, deep, even breath, right to left. And you might notice that your knees come down a little further each time, but not forcing. And the next time your knees come over to the right, just pause there. And just take 3 to 5 slow, deep, even breaths, just keeping your knees down. Seeing if you can release a little more on the exhale. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, belly in, and knees to the left, and take a few breaths here. Notice any difference in your side, your hips. Usually there's a difference in the openness of your hips from side to side. Just notice that. Okay, then inhale, bring your knees back up. And we're going to come to sitting. So you can roll over onto your side and bring yourself up, or you can rock on your spine a little bit and come up. So best way for you, come up to a seat, and you might want to sit on a blanket to raise your hips up a little bit, or a block. So easy, cross-legged, if that's comfortable. And bring your hands to your, well, first let's get a nice spine. So feel your sits bones down into the mat, and bring your ears over your shoulders so you're not forward or back, just lifting up like a mountain pose for upper body. And bring your hands to your knees, and we'll just do some gentle cat-cows. So inhale, pull back on your knees and lift your chin up a little bit. And then exhale, push away, round your back a little bit, tuck your chin. Just like that. Inhale, move with your breath, just gently opening. Flexing the spine and extending. And then come back to center. Lift up through the crown of your head, and we're going to do some circling the shoulders around the hips. So start by going out toward the right, and then circle back over to the left, and then out in front. So you're just circling your shoulders around your hips, starting with small circles, and maybe increasing as you stretch out a little bit. I like to match the breath, so the inhale as you're coming forward, and the exhale as you're going back. So like inhaling from 6 to 12 on the clock, and exhaling from 12 to 6. But you do it any way you want. You could even bend your elbows to get a little more of a rotation in it. So whatever feels good, slowly moving with the breath. And then pause somewhere and reverse your circles. what feels really nice for your body. If it feels good, your body's happy. All right, one more in this direction. Okay, then come up to the top, change the cross of your legs, and sit up nice and tall, and we're gonna just work our necks a little bit. So, start by taking your left hand out toward the side, rest it on the mat, take your right ear toward your right shoulder, and if you want, you can take your right hand and just gently lay it on the top of your head. You don't have to do that, but what you want is to keep your ear over your shoulder, so not in front, and feel a nice stretch on the left side of your neck. So don't pull, if your hand's on your head, don't pull, just let it rest there. And keep your left shoulder down from your ear. Don't let it hike up. So big space between your left ear and your left shoulder. And just take a couple more breaths here. And then take your right hand down, and we'll do the other side. So now the right hand's on the mat, left ear toward left shoulder. If you want, your left hand can come onto your head. So shoulders are over hips, right shoulder draws away from the right ear. Okay, then come back up straight, and we're going to take this time your gaze over your right shoulder. Take your left hand and put the palm on your left cheek, and as you inhale, press the cheek into the hand and the hand into the cheek, and I'm going to count to 5. So inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax, but keep your hand on your cheek. I'm going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stop pressing. So you're pressing on the inhale. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then take the hand down, come back to center, and take your gaze over your left shoulder, right palm to right cheek. Inhale, press lightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the hand there, but relax the pressure. Inhale. Press. 2, 3, 4, 5. Really relax. One more time. Inhale. Press. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, back to center. And now we're going to do a lateral stretch, so up the whole side of the body. So right hand, palm on the mat. Inhale the left arm up and over your ear. So again, the ear over shoulder. Press down into the mat with your left hip and out through your left fingertips. One more breath. And then inhale that arm down, the right arm up, and we'll go to the other side. So you can bend your elbow. Now this time your right arm's over your right ear, press down in through your right sit bones. So you get that nice stretch up your right side. And your right fingers are reaching out and up. Okay, then bring that arm down. And we're gonna come onto all fours. So if you need some padding under your knees, you can put your blanket under them. I think I like that. Let's see, I'm gonna be this way though. Okay, so tabletop. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Now, because my wrist is still a little funky from my arm injury, it feels better for me to use fists. So if that's a modification you can do if your wrists are kind of sensitive. All right, so start with a flat back, and we're going to move into just a few cat-cows. So let's start with an inhale in tabletop. Exhale, round your back, tuck your tail, chin toward chest, cat pose. And then inhale, moving slowly with the breath. Spinal extension. Pelvis tilts forward, maybe your chin comes up a little bit. So just back and forth between flexion, extension, cat-cow. Moving slowly. Waking up the spine. Keep pressing into your hands and your feet. Okay, then come back to tabletop. So flat back, lengthen out through the crown of your head and through your tailbone. On an inhale, take your right foot back, rest on the ball of your right foot. So press back through the right foot. Inhale, bring the right leg up parallel to the mat with your foot flexed. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose. And a few more times. Inhale, lengthen out. Your gaze is ahead of the mat a little bit. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, lengthen out in two directions. Exhale, knee to nose. Now this time, when you lengthen out with your right foot, keep it there. And walk your left fingers up toward the left corner of the mat, and option to raise your left arms, balance pose, and take some breaths here. You don't have to do it. Remember, you can always go into child's pose. Couple more breaths, lengthening out in two directions. And then bring your hand back and your knee back. And just come down onto your elbows for a second. And just rotate your wrists. Before we come back up. All right, then we'll do that sequence on the other side. So, inhale, take your left leg back. Toes on the mat. Lengthen out through the heel, and then inhale, raise the leg parallel to the mat. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen, stretch. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, knee to nose. This time, lengthen and hold. And option to Bring that right hand up to the corner of the, fingers up to the corner of the mat, or lift it up, diagonal stretch. Breathe. Slow, deep, even breath. Gaze is pointed toward the little bit in front of you. And then bring that hand down, bring knee down, and come back into child's pose. So rest your head on your hands if that's comfortable. Your arms can stay out in front of you or come back by your side. Just take a few breaths in child's pose, relaxing. Let everything sink down into the mat. Feel your back rib cage expand on the inhale, because you're kind of compressed in the front. Okay, then come on back up into tabletop and tuck your toes, bring your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent a lot if you haven't done down dog in a while. Yep, knees can be bent a lot. And just pedal your feet a little bit. Make sure your fingers are spread. Press down into the mat like little suction cups. Palms might come up a little bit. Bend your knees a lot and send your tailbone up toward the ceiling. And then see if you can gently straighten your legs a little bit. Round your back so you're not vertically but horizontally, so the shoulder blades come apart. And then look up between your hands and walk your feet up any way you can get up to a forward fold. So again, knees bent a lot, so your chest is down on your knees. And just let your head hang. You can take hold of opposite elbows. Maybe sway a little bit. Navel's in and up. And then on an inhale, bring your hands to your shins and come halfway up with a flat back. Exhale, fold. And we're going to do a few rounds of half sun salutation. So come to a half lift again, one more time. Exhale, fold, and then press into your feet, spread your fingers, bring your arms out and all the way up. Palms touch and come right down to your heart space. Okay, a couple more just like that with a half lift and then coming up. So inhale up, exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen out through crown of your head. Exhale, fold. Inhale up, like you're scooping up energy in the air. Okay, we're going to add half chair pose here. So inhale up, exhale, fold. Slow moving with your breath. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And this time on the inhale, set your hips back, bring your arms out in front, and then exhale all the way up. Beautiful. And then the hands around. Let's do one more like that. Inhale up. Exhale. Swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, set your hips back, arms up, chair pose. Utkatasana, exhale all the way up and arms in front. Very nice. Okay, should have done mountain before that, but I forgot. So we're gonna do mountain now. So feet are hip width apart. So lift and spread your toes and then set them back down. Press into the ball mount of your big toes and then around to the little toes and all the way back around your heel so you're balanced on the four corners of your feet. Now, don't press into your feet, just let your legs be inactive. Now press into your feet, press down into the mat. You'll notice your kneecaps come up, you're engaging your big thigh muscles here. So you're pressing lightly into the mat. Take your hip points and lift them up a little bit. That's the same as maybe a little tuck in your tailbone, just a little one. And then you're gonna lift, increase the space between your hip points and your ribs. So lift up through your waist. Bring your shoulders up and back and down. Open your chest. Spread your fingers so your arms are active, your feet, legs are active. And bring your chin back just a little bit. And so your ears are over your shoulders or over your hips or over your ankles. And lengthen up through the crown of your head. And then let go of some of that effort, just a little bit. So you're still, arms and legs are still active. You've got your alignment, but you're not gripping. Rooting down and rising up. Close your eyes if you have the balance and come back to your breath. So relax your jaw, shoulders down from the ears. Just take a few slow, deep, even breaths. Letting that breath just go to all parts of the body. Opening, expanding, and then coming back to center on the exhale. Feeling strong and steady like a mountain. Okay, then open your eyes if you've got them closed, and we're gonna do some shoulder work to open our shoulders. So spread your fingers, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, palms to heart space. Make a triangle with your thumbs and index fingers, and on an inhale, press your arms away. Exhale, pull them back like you're pulling against resistance. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull back. Couple more times. Inhale up. Your gaze can follow your hands. Bring your neck into it a little bit. Push. Pull. One more. Nice. Okay. And arms down. You can take some movements with your shoulders. And come to the front edge of your mat and have your feet about hip width apart. We're gonna move into warrior one. So your pivot on your right foot heel, so your right toes go out about 45 degrees toward the corner of the mat, and take a big step back. So your feet, there's space between your feet. And then take your hips, put your hands on your hips, and just square your hips toward the front edge of the mat, so especially bringing that right hip forward. And then a few times, bend and straighten your left knee. So you want to find the right distance between your legs so that when your knee comes right over your ankle. So you can shorten or lengthen your stance, so that's where your feet want to be, the foundations. Okay, so once you've found that, hold it and press down into both feet. So Your back leg is going to internally rotate. So your toes are pointing out, but you're turning that leg in to keep the right hip, the hips level. And on an inhale, with fingers spread, take your arms up, shoulder width apart, overhead, and you can bring your gaze up. So slight back bend here, so warrior one. So firm foundation, pressing into your feet, and shoulders are pulling down and reaching up, hands are reaching up. So shoulders aren't coming up by the ears. So let's see if we can take 3 nice, slow, deep, even breaths here. Okay, then let your arms come down, take that right foot forward, take any movement, organic movement, whatever feels good. Moving your feet, your hips, anything, shaking stuff out. And we'll do the other side. Okay, so left toes turn out, take a step back, square your hips, bend and straighten your right knee, find the place where it's right over your ankle so you can see your toes. And then lengthen up, and on an inhale, arms come up, fingers are spread, reaching up, the shoulder blades together on the back. The front body is open, a little bit of a back bend. Slow, deep, even breath. One more. Okay, and then arms come down, step forward, move it around, whatever feels good. Okay, now we're going to do some balancing. So go to the back edge of your mat. And this is called tightrope. So start with your right foot right in front of your left. This is not as easy as you might think it is. I find it quite difficult. It's hard. It's hard. So you might want to have a chair nearby, which is fine. You can hold on to that table as long as you don't pull everything off of it. Okay, so with balance, you want to have, you're looking at something that's not moving. Okay, so just, and your ankles are moving here to help you keep your balance. So don't worry if this is important, good for your ankles too. Okay, then you're going to move, just put the weight into your right foot and bring your left foot in front. We're going to move, that makes it a little bit easier. And then your right foot in front. And then your left foot in front. It's okay, it's okay. Now we're going to go back. So left foot behind. Right foot behind. Try to get a little pause where you can hold it for a minute, then right, left foot behind. Nice. All right. Now, I'm going to do a one-legged balance. So, let the weight come into your right foot. Now remember also with balance, right? It's playful. So you're not going to fall down. I mean, have something there. And it's not like tripping or anything like that. You're going to be okay. So, all right, weight into the right foot, come up on your left toes. Your hands can be on your hips, anywhere you want. I like my hands out here, but you can do whatever you want. And then, inhale, well, first of all, you've got your focal point, firm up your core a little bit, and raise your left leg. Breathe, it's really important to keep breathing. If you want to do something with your arms, I think this is like a pose. I don't know what it's called. Flamingo? I don't know.
Breathe.
So just breathe. Root down through your right foot. But don't grip. Oops. Yeah, if you come down, that's fine. and just come back in. Okay, then come out of that, very nice. And move around, shake it out. And we'll go to the other side. So let's see, we did right foot. Weight into the left foot, come onto your right toes. Just start there, just get the balance there. And then inhale, bring that leg up. You can circle your ankle. Keep breathing. So just play with this a little bit, see what you can make of it. If you come out, just take a breath and go back in. Couple more breaths. Very nice. Okay, come back, shake it out again. And where are we here? We go till 10:45, right?
We did 10:30.
Oh, 10:30?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why this is seeming long. I said the wrong thing in the letter, didn't I?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, it's 10:30.
I think we changed, it was 10:45 a couple of years ago, and then last year you changed it to 10:30.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
It always went to 10:40.
No, what'd you say?
It always went to 10:40.
No, I can't. No, it's 10:30. That's right. Okay, because I was thinking, why am I able to? Okay, 10:30. I'll correct that in the thing. So I'm trying to think of what I've got time to do. All right, let's do one more. Turn and face the long edge of your mat. Okay, so like this. Doesn't matter which way you face. Okay, so feet spread apart. And hands on hips. So pressed, toes are pointed forward. Press down into the hole of your foot. And lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold forward from your hip crease. So your spine is long and straight, flat back. Come about halfway down. And this is a place, if you can put your hands down on the block, you can, or if you want to come all the way down to your fingers on the floor, you can. Maybe move your feet a little wider apart. So wherever is good for you. Lengthen out, and then walk your hands over toward your right foot. And just hold on wherever you can there. And then come back to center, walk your hands over to your left foot, so still stretching your inner thigh here. And then one more time to the right. Turn your chest toward that leg. And one more time to the left. And then come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips and come up halfway, flat back, and then press into your feet and come all the way up. And keeping your feet apart, we'll do a warrior two. So take your right heel and pivot it toward the back corner of the mat and your left toes toward the short edge. Okay? And this time you're going to square your shoulders to the edge of the mat, okay? So don't worry about your hips, your shoulders. The feet, the heels of the front foot should be on the same line as either the arch or the heel of the back foot. Okay, so now bend and straighten your left leg so your knee comes right over the ankle. You can adjust your stance so that happens. Shoulders, bring your hands to your heart space here, palms together. And on an inhale, lengthen your arms out, fingers are spread, shoulder height, arms, and take your gaze around to look the middle finger of your left hand. Warrior two. So press strong legs. The back leg is internally rotated, the front leg is externally rotated. 2 breaths. And bring your palms back to your heart space. Parallel your feet again. And we'll do the other side. So this time your left heel pivots back, your right toes front. Very nice. Get your shoulders squared, find your knee, right knee over right ankle. And then inhale, spread your fingers, strong arms, shoulder height. Take a look at your back arm, just see that they're level. Your spine comes right up through the middle. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Feel that strong foundation. Take a couple nice, slow, deep, even breaths, looking out over your right middle finger. Okay, then inhale, bring your palms back, square your feet, walk them together. Come to the front edge of your mat. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Bend them a lot, bring your hands to the mat. Step back into down dog, but not to stay. Inhale, bring your knees to the mat. Take your feet out to the side and come on back onto your seat. And lower down onto your back. And we'll do a bridge pose. So feet are hip width apart, knees bent. Just roll your shoulder blades together. So lift up and roll your shoulder blades together on your back to get a little head start on opening that front body. Arms down by your side, fingers spread, press into the mat. Inhale, lift your hips, press into your feet, squeeze your glutes, and come on up into bridge. Exhale, come down one vertebra at a time from the top of your spine all the way down. And we'll do 2 more moving like that. Inhale, hips come up. If you want, you can bring your arms up overhead. Don't worry about how high you're going. And then exhale down. And one more. Inhale, raise your hips. Keep your knees moving toward each other energetically. Exhale down. Okay. And then we'll do a supine twist. So straighten out your left leg and hitch yourself up a little bit so you come on a little bit onto that left hip over. And then take your right knee bent, crossed over your left leg. So you can keep your hand on your knee or not. Arms up, shoulder height, can be shoulder height, palms up, whatever works for you. You can keep your hand on your knee or not. And so breathe, send the breath out into where you're feeling the stretch. Create some space there. And then on the exhale, find release. It might be in your shoulder. You might feel your shoulder come down toward the mat. You might feel it in your hip. You might find release in your jaw, your neck. So just nice, slow, deep inhale, breathing everywhere into your body. Exhale, soften anywhere you can. So your slow, deep, even breath is a signal to your body to relax, release. 2 more nice, slow, deep, even breaths. And then on an inhale, come back to the center and kind of just realign yourself with your knees bent, feet hip width apart. And now we'll do that on the other side. So straighten out your right leg. Take your left knee into your chest and then over to the right side. And you might want to set your twist up differently on this side, depending on how your body feels, how your sides are. Find a place where you can just pause and inhale, lengthen out. Space, create space on the inhale. And exhale, just release somewhere. Okay, then come back to center and take any movements you want before Shavasana. Just listen to what your body feels like. And then as you're ready, find your Shavasana today. So just balance, body balanced right side and left side. And no effort, so supported in any way, and comfortable. So if anybody wants an eye bag, I can bring one around, or if anybody wants a blanket over them, so just raise your hand if you want something. Okay, everybody's happy, so most important pose of all, and a chance for your body to integrate all the movements that you've done today. So just surrender everything right into the earth, relax. Nothing to do. Nothing to think about, just let the thoughts pass through if they come. And let the body breathe itself. So now gently bring your awareness back to the space. And begin to awaken your body slowly with moving your fingers, maybe rocking your head side to side, stretching. And then as you're ready, draw your knees into your chest and come over onto your side. Just resting here for a few moments, noticing how you feel in your body, your emotions, your mind. The end of practice, coming back to your intention. And then bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. A nice, tall, straight spine. Let's take 3 breaths, deep inhales, and sigh them out. So inhale. One more. And I invite you to bring your hands, palms together, thumbs at your heart space, and bow to your efforts today, to your willingness to come and to practice and get back into the flow, and give gratitude not only to yourself for the care you're showing to yourself in your body, mind, spirit, but especially to your body. It supports you in every way, the best it can. And remember that your body is dependent on you to treat it well, to feed it right, to exercise it right, to rest it right. And I thank you so much for coming back to yoga. And it's wonderful to see you, and the light and teacher in me bows to and honors the very same light and teacher in each of you. Namaste.